It's Lisa Ziegler coming to you this morning as I'm walking my farm. I apologize for all the chainsaws. It sounds like all of my neighbors are like taking down trees as we speak. That's just one of the, opportunities that for you to realize just how much in the city I am. I am literally in the middle of the city, surrounded by 200,000 residents. So anyway, Tucker and I were taking our walk this morning, and I thought I was going to come on here and share some stuff with you guys. So let me swap this around. You can stop looking at my mug. So I just got off of a private impromptu video with my students, my alumni students, sharing about some of my cover crop strategies this year. And I thought I'd give you guys actually a peek at that. So the garden, and so this is, if y'all aren't familiar with me, this is my dog Tucker's Chuck It toy that I walk with to throw his ball. As you can see, he is sitting there patiently waiting, and there's his ball right there. But it's also a great pointer. So over there is one of our gardens, and I literally have put that garden to bed now for, it'll be good over there until possibly, till next June or July. And that was my intention. And what did I do to do that? So you can see there's some just sprouting vegetation over there. That's buckwheat. Buckwheat, of course, is a warm season tender annual that will quickly be killed as soon as the first frost and even just cold conditions really roll in here. But what I sowed with that was winter cereal rye, which is a cover crop that I do not recommend anybody plant unless you have equipment like a tractor, because it is ferocious top growth, ferocious roots, or to at least have a very serious plan on how you're going to handle that before you plant it. Anyway, I planted buckwheat to sprout quickly in the heat of summer because we're still having hot days here and warm nights. But I really wanted to get my winter rye in to get it really up and going before the cool conditions start. However, side note, winter cereal rye is one of the only cover crops that will actually germinate at almost freezing. It doesn't do a lot of growing and it's slow, but it will. So I mixed buckwheat cover crop, which you can find on our website, thegardenersworkshop.com, and I mixed it with winter cereal rye, which we do not sell because it is not for the weak at heart, classic small grower gardeners to grow. So we mixed it, and I just sowed it like 2 days ago, and you can see we have a nice cover over there. And there's also the winter rye is sprouting. So we should have a glorious cover going into winter. The buckwheat will get winter killed, and the winter rye will take over, and that winter rye, guys, will grow to like 6 to 7 feet tall by next June with those beautiful heads on it that looks like wheat. It's pretty dadgum amazing. So I want to turn around, and first we have to throw this ball. All right, Tuck, let's have it, boy. Good boy. Let me get where I won't hit a limb. We have this game down pat, y'all. He's a good catcher. So over here, what in the world is this? Well, this is one of the best stands of warm season sun hemp, S-U-N-N hemp, H-E-M-P. It is not the type of hemp that everybody else is growing. This is a warm season legume, meaning it adds nitrogen to the soil just as clover does. But in addition to that, it produces tons of organic mass. Y'all, this stuff is already over 6 feet tall, and it's going to keep going and get 10 to 12 feet tall. It gets a yellow, beautiful flower on it that, no, I don't know if it's any good at a cut flower because it typically blooms too late for us. We're done with markets, but we will mow this with the bush hog and mow it really tall, like 12 to 15 inches high, and let all of that debris just lay on this garden all winter. And then come spring, I haven't decided what we're going to do here next. But this is like cereal rye. You would not grow this unless you have equipment or a very strategic plan to take it down, because it is really pretty amazing. So the next plan I have here for the fall is we'll be planting clover in this area of the garden. Sorry, y'all, I'm afraid to walk to the next access point. So if I get wanky for a minute, Wi-Fi, just hold on, I'll be back, right? So this area, all of this will be in crimson clover with buckwheat for the same reason. Buckwheat will sprout quickly and create cover, while the clover is waiting for the cool conditions to really get up and going. Over there is where all of our cool flowers are going to be going. A lot of that'll get mowed today, and we'll start prepping beds to get ready for cool flowers. And this is the first week of September, and we are actually just starting all of our cool season hardy annuals. If you're not familiar with that they are a third of our cash crop. And as you can see, I have no greenhouses, y'all, or houses. I grow everything outside. Cool season hardy annuals will definitely add an entire new season to your garden or farm. My book, Cool Flowers, is available everywhere and on our website. Lots of free resources to go with it. So check that out. So we're starting tons of seeds beginning next week. We will start planting out in the garden in October till November, and putting our garden to bed like I just shared with you over there. Those are our peonies. There's some tuberoses and some other annuals over there. Everything gets either planted in a crop, planted in a cover crop, or covered with a silage tarp, or mulched with something that we've grown that there is literally enough mass that it will actually prevent and smother weeds. The problem with many cover crops you can't really do that with is because there's not enough mass. I mean, you need 4 to 10 inches of debris as a result of mowing with a bush hog or a flail mower to be able to really leave that for winter. So that would just be really great for the roots to be able to stay in, and then see what the state of this is in the spring and what we're going to plant there. So friends, you can find tons of resources about cool season gardening, about these cool season winter hardy flowers at thegardenersworkshop.com/cool. And that will take you to, oh my goodness, the resources of the Cool Season Flower Chronicles, my free video book study that goes with the book. There's a planting guide, there's podcasts, there's blogs, there's a free webinar. So you can partake in cool season gardening, which we haven't even really just now starting to get into. I am in zone 7B, 8A. My first frost date is mid-November, and I'm in southeastern Virginia. So everybody can plant cool flowers. It's just depending on where you live as to when you plant them. We have people in zones 3 and 4, which are like in the northern parts of Canada, growing cool flowers. No, they're not necessarily fall planting, but guess what? They're planting in very early spring, long before they can plant many other things. But here's the key. To be able to do that, you must prepare those planting areas now in the fall before it's frozen, deep in snow, and wet. So friends, that's all I got for you today. Just giving you kind of a spiral of my farm here. My farm is 3 acres. I am located in the middle of the city, and I live with this crazy golden retriever and my man, and spend a lot of time throwing the ball and encouraging native creatures that are our mainstay of our flower farm gang. And there's one of our favorite sitting spots. So friends, Till we meet again, thegardenersworkshop.com, tons of resources. We are basically a learning center with free and paid information as well as a garden shop, selling just the things that I use on my farm. So folks, till we meet again, ciao.